just so other people have it. Do you know how to get like the document onto your computer? Do you know how to do all of that from OneDrive?
The documents. I have right in front of me mapping RQs to
You cut out.
D. Can you hear me okay?
Well, you're cutting in and out, but let me here, let me take out my video because it could be me. What I meant was I was going to share the document that's actually the interview.
So the one we're looking at 6.
Yeah. Let me open up the document from my end.
Okay.
And you're cutting in and out, so it might be me, it might be you, I don't know. What I meant was the actual family interview to code. So yeah, the 343. So you can see, right, so this is, I downloaded this, so it's on my computer, and I'm not coding it in OneDrive.
Okay.
So are you able to do that, where you can download it from OneDrive?
I have yet to open the OneDrive.
Yeah, go ahead and see if you can do that. And I can't see what you're doing, so you can let me know.
Were we sent a link to the OneDrive?
It's on your email. So here, let me show you. This is how, for me, how it comes up is it under groups for my email. If I click on it,
yep.
that's how I get the OneDrive, and then I have to do the files, which opened in another thing. And then I do documents.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Do you want to share your screen? Do you want me to stop sharing mine and you can share yours?
No, I'm good. I thought it was in the OneDrive, but we're still in the CYR evaluation group, right?
That is OneDrive, yeah. So CYR evaluation group is OneDrive, and then that's the confusion, is the other part is in Google Docs. So
that's what I was, yep, sorry, sorry.
And that one you were sent a link. So you were sent a link for that one. But for OneDrive, you have to open the document and then save it to your computer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain is just now waking up.
I understand.
So we are in admin. I'm sorry, which folder are we in for?
Families. Yeah, families.
Thank you.
And then it's notes from recordings. And then you just go and click on the one you want. And I don't know if you can you can download it if you right click, but I opened it and then saved a copy.
No, I have two versions. I'm sorry, no, 343. Just kidding. I have one version.
That's good. It makes it easier.
Okay.
And then
I've got it.
And then so when you open it, I mean, make sure you save it, because you can't be messing with it here because other people will have access to it. So you need to
download.
Yeah. So for file, you can save as, and one is download a copy.
Thank you.
And you'll just do that for all of the ones that you're assigned. Well, you'll just download a copy to your computer, and then you and whoever else will meet, and you'll have a final version that comes up.
Okay, let's hope Microsoft Word wants to work.
Yeah, that'll make it easier.
My computer hates me.
Yeah, a lot of technology hates me right now. So, so let me know.
Okay.
It worked. Okay, cool. So the other thing that you have to open, which you're right, you do have a link for, just to be confusing, is the coding document, and that's in Google Docs.
And which one should I open? The family?
Family data by question.
Okay, I got that open.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go between these two documents. We're going to try to make this smaller. So we're going to go between these two, so then we, and I have two screens, so I normally would have one on one screen and one on the other. So,
right.
But what's going to happen is, so we'll go until we hit a place where there's a question in English, because that's what we need is English. Right, so here is, right, the first question is the benefit to the family. So then I would go on the benefit to the family tab, because that's the tab that fits with that question.
Uh-huh.
And then, right, so her first thing is that it helps her daughter play sports. That's one idea, right? So we're going to code that. So I highlighted that, and then I'm going to go into review and do a comment. And in the comment, I'm going to put whatever code fits with that. So the perceived benefit is that it helps her daughter play sports. So what's the closest that we have to playing sports, or do we think that that's different and we need a new code? So we're looking at the ones.
Okay.
So when you look at those, what do you think?
I think it depends on helps daughter play sports. I mean, that's physical activity, but it's also socialization.
Right. And
it's not like it's a team sport versus like running.
Well, so she doesn't say that. She just says that it helps her daughter play sports.
Okay. Oh, and get exercise. Okay. Physical activity.
So I hadn't highlighted the get exercise, but to your point, when we look at this, the play sports in and of itself doesn't have any, like, we can't tell if it's a socialization, so we have to do both pieces. It's really the get exercise is what we're going to code, because the play sports, we can't tell what that means.
Okay.
So we'll highlight the play sports, do the comment, and then that number is 1A. So then here, I will type in 1A. And then her daughter doesn't really go anywhere. So now there's something, I don't know what to do with her daughter doesn't really go anywhere. It also helps her daughter mentally to think about things more when she's in school. So this is one idea, right? Another idea, it helps her daughter mentally to think about things when she's in school. So we have physical activity, friends, after school, family, child likes it, develop new interests, keeps child active, which could be the same as physical activity, I don't know.
Yeah.
Socialization, safety, kids off the street, enhances classroom learning. And I'd say this last part is enhances classroom learning.
Yeah.
So I see it as 1M. And so I would do that. So I want this. It also helps her when she's in school. So I'm going to do that one as 1M. So then I should, if I do my review, this is hard for me when I make it small. I'm going to do all markup instead of the one where you hide it, because then I can see that. And when I meet with you, if we were coding this together, I would say, okay, I coded the get exercise as 1A, and I coded the helps mentally in school as 1M.
Okay. One quick question. Where did the original list, where it was like 1A through M, and then that content get populated?
Where did this come from? The Excel?
Yeah.
That's
Those
so this is from us in class. This is our code book. And so people put down what they were thinking of or what they thought they heard, and we're going to add to it with this one. We're not going to highlight. The only things highlighted in yellow are questions that I had when I went through it last week, but we're just going to add. And then after we all do this one, we'll call the code book set, and anything else new that we add, we'll highlight so that we know that we have new codes. So this is literally from people who are like, here's what I heard, here's what I remember hearing, or people went and read a few of them and then put these in. But this is what we did as a class independently. We didn't do it in class.
Okay, so that's where I think I got lost, because I was like, I didn't know to add that. Okay.
Yeah, and so this is your chance as you do it, as you're, and so if you're like, boy, I've got 2 more things that could go here, then you just insert rows, and then you can put in your code, and the next one would be 1N, 10.
Well, then I guess the one part that we're missing is her daughter doesn't go anywhere. So this would
How
be
is that
opportunity.
Okay, so this, yeah, so then if we want to, we would say 1N, right? So what do we think that means? Her daughter doesn't go anywhere. So are we saying that by doing soccer, her daughter now gets to go somewhere, or are we reading that it's there after school, so her daughter doesn't have to go somewhere else?
I mean, I'm speculating about the dynamics there, whether it's an issue of a parent's being too busy, or a safety issue, or is the daughter shy and introverted and this brings her out. I mean, there's so many different mechanisms by which I could interpret that statement. So
then
I don't know.
So right now I wouldn't code it because of that, but I think that what we could do is we could ask the class, what do we think this means?
Gotcha.
And we have a discussion, and that would be what you do with your other coder. And then if we think we can tell, we code it, and if we can't, we don't. But on all of the interviews, we try to have someone who's been involved either as the primary coder or the secondary coder. And so Ariel, right, our coder, and then Yvonne also listened to this. So their insight on Monday, that will be the precedent. So if they say, here's what I heard when she answered that, and I feel pretty confident, then we'd code it. If they're like, I didn't know, I didn't really probe on that, sorry, then we have to let it go.
Gotcha. This is so cool.
So does this help you? So you'll just go through all of the questions.
This helps me tremendously. Thank you.
No problem. So it's so funny, right? Because to me, it's so clear in my head, and I cannot get it out. So this is good. And this is what I wanted to do in class. We just ran out of time. So
yes. Oh my, the class last time was awesome too. I gotta tell you, because, when people say you're a TA, it really drove me crazy, because it wasn't as though I've actually had any courses on adult learning style. And I really like how she integrated that, because that's so important.
It's so important. And the big thing with evaluation is if no one's going to read it, don't do it. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. And we'd say it's unethical. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So and I have the same thing where the field is like, how do you get it out there in a meaningful way? But every time she talks, I always learn something new. I'm like, oh, that's different. So,
yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, seriously. It's great.
So.
It was really great. It just is also really funny that the theoretically the leaders in our nation are the ones who are giving us stuff to that's they're like policy, data to action, blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, and this is how you'll display the data, which is really not gonna defeat the whole purpose.
Yeah. I think, right, this is like the whole gun violence thing right now, where people are listening because the kids are involved, and so you guys will change the field because you're like, this is just not working. So I look forward to that.
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to dive into that. And add my content